Shah Paandya ji, thank you so much for being with us here on ITV Gold. I know you're joining us from Mumbai. It is a very sad day. I just wanted to ask you how you were doing to begin this interview.
It's indeed a very, very sad day. And in fact, it's been sad since yesterday, ever since we lost another fabulous actor, which was Irfan Khan sir. Um, I'd never really got to work with Irfan Khan,
Hmm.
but yes, he's been my all-time favorite, and I think he's like a powerhouse of talent that we had. And today you wake up to this news, which was all the more disheartening
Yeah.
and really sad actually, because especially I've had some amazing experiences working with Rishi ji in about three films. First being Student of the Year, the second was Sanam Re, and of course the most recent was Mulk. And I do have some amazing memories with him because it was a long schedule and we were together every day for almost 10, 12 hours a day on set. And right from having lunch to chai to coffees to interacting so much in between the scenes to during the scenes, um, a lot to learn from a legend, I would say.
Yes.
He just made it sound and look so easy. Everything just looked and seemed so easy with him around, in spite of the fact that he is coming with such major volume of work and
Right.
his range of career that he's had. And I was always overwhelmed just sitting beside him. And I used to always tell him that, and he used to laugh because I used to tell him, I said, I still can't believe I've grown up watching Chandni, I don't know how many times.
Yes.
I said, and here I am sitting next to you. And, in spite of the fact that Mulk was like my third time experience with him in terms of working with him, and it every time just felt like
Yes.
there's going to be something new, there's going to be a new input, and there's going to be a new kissa that he's going to sunao me. He used to always tell me about those days of his old days where there weren't these kind of facilities that we actors have today, right? From vanity vans to, like,
Right.
AC studios to
Showcases.
everything that just helps you as an actor to kind of look good or feel good.
Yeah.
This wasn't the case back then. And he used to always say कि हर चीज में अगर मेहनत करो तो you always get that payback. Um, and yeah, I still remember during shooting of Mulk, we did a very, very important and difficult scene. And in fact, it was my close up, and he wasn't even in the frame, kind of partly in the frame, but with his back. And he need not have, um, kind of, the actor has to give the cues to the co actor,
Yes.
and not necessarily that you actually give it in an involved way. Ideally you should, but for me, I never expected, because a, it was very, very hot, b, we were having a rough day, and he still made it a point to give me those little inputs which would better my performance, and said कि अगर तुम थोड़ा सा इस तरह करोगी तो ये better होगा, it'll be better for you.
Yeah.
And I was so taken aback because for an actor of his status, his caliber, a legend that he was,
Right.
it was so overwhelming for me to even digest the fact that there's an input coming in from him, and he's worried about the co-actor's performance equally as well as his own, which was so gratifying to know that otherwise when you reach that stage in your career where you've done it all and you don't really bother, you're not like, कि it's मेरा shot नहीं है तो मैं, it's never like that. It never made me feel like I was just another an actor who's probably still trying to do so much more in life. So never made me feel, that I was fairly new compared to him, compared to the kind of work that he's done or the seniority that he had. So I think it was, there's so many things. I mean, as much as he was so workaholic,
Yes.
he was equally fun loving. I mean, he loved food. He
Yes.
loved, yeah. I mean, he would just crack up into a joke any time of the day, and when he was working. When he wasn't, he would be completely just kind of doing his own bit and interacting with all of us, making everybody else comfortable around him, asking whether we needed anything to
Wow.
eat or drink, or anything that came for him.
Mm.
Like his staff would bring it for him, and the first thing he would do is offer it to all of us, the co-actors, which was, little things you don't expect, because you look up to a star. And yeah, I mean, it's still very, very difficult to digest the fact that we are not going to see him again, or I'm never going to even get a chance to work with him again, because he's just no more. And with this state of lockdown in the country,
Yes.
where as it is everybody is on a low, and this just kind of gives you all the more of a sinking feeling, which isn't very good. So yeah.
Prachee, he was only 67, and fought with cancer so bravely. He was actually in New York. We had the opportunity to see him last year, around Independence Day time. And, he still was speaking so strongly about the world of acting, cinema, supporting the industry people that were here in the US. What do you think, is his mark that's left on the industry today? And what do you think he means for actors such as yourself?
I think it's just a void. I mean, I feel the film industry has lost almost like the head of the family. It feels like that. Uh, because he's just, like I said, he's coming with a legacy. I mean, he was almost, like I said, the head of the family of the industry. Where you felt like um, his aura, his personality, his talent, his is just unmatched.
Yes.
One of the finest actors actually that we've ever had. So it's a little tough. I think everybody's in a state of shock. Everything that I read on the social media, and whoever's all my co-actors that I my mulk actors that I've been talking to all day, and it's a little difficult, just too difficult to kind of sink in. Yeah.
His impact was so massive. He reached so many generations. I don't think it's easy to even compare what that means to everyone, right? I'm sure that's
No, it's very, very difficult. I mean, like I said, it's in one of my interviews in the morning for another publication, and they asked me which is your favorite film.
yeah.
I'm like, from where do I start? Because it's how do I mean, I could start with Bobby, his very first film, to today. It's what a range. I mean, what a fabulous range of performances of. Like I said, after this kind of work, and you still have that humility,
Yes.
and you still have that enthusiasm to do better and different with every film, to challenging himself. He used to, he was telling me in a conversation, because we were on a flight together, and he said that it's a different world for me, because there was a phase where I believe he was only known as the romantic hero,
Yes.
and now the second phase of his life, he was like, I'm getting these character roles, and all of them are different, each film is different. And which he was finding so challenging and so interesting, which he's saying that it's challenging me as an actor, to do better. So I'm just thinking that it's so much to learn from, you know somebody like him, who has, like I said, you don't, it's not like you're content and you've done it all, so it's over. Now I'm going to chill. That wasn't ever the case. I mean, in any of his conversations, then that's something that you take back, as a learner, as a student who's worked with him, where you kind of, you want to only better yourself. So it's no matter what kind of work and how much work you've done in your life, it's every time everything new is a new attempt. So yeah.